Hey there, happy September. I am so excited to be here again, looking different as I look different every day. I morph, I change my energy, that's what I do. And there's a little thing that has to do with ancestral healing in that for me. And that's kind of where I have been going and what I have been getting at for the last few years, especially within my collective. As I heal mothers, I heal children, I heal parents, and sometimes families, just so that you can release your wounds and release the connections that you have to negative energy, especially when people push your boundaries and push your buttons. It can be hard to control yourself, and it can be hard to hold up your own energy and stay strong. And it's very important to be able to do that all throughout your life, no matter what kind of situation you're going through. And releasing the energy that you hold within your ancestral wounds and your energy body, which is connected to your body, is what's going to be what's best for you, especially if you're doing a Reiki healing or anything like that. Ancestral wounds will come up and be explained to you, especially in a session with me. So it's very important to understand that healing yourself on your journey, healing what's going on around you, all has to do with your ancestral body, which is connected to spiritual beings connected to you, which can be family, it can be spirit guides, and it can also be energies that you have connected with in different I want to say lifetimes, but past lives can be either a past life situation you've been through that you believe in reincarnation, or it can be a symbolism of something that happened in your life in the past, and it's connected to energy that could have been transformed, or there's a more clear knowing behind it. So, understanding that you hold energy in your body is very important, and releasing energy through ancestral healing, which is through your body, is going to be very important to release trauma blockages or emotional blockages or anything that you feel is binding you. Difficulties with yourself situation within any type of ancestral healing, especially through healing generational family history issues, especially if you're a chain breaker, which is what a lot of my collective is and are. And this is very important to note because you're breaking generational wounds and traumas that your family have broken down. And most of my collective, where I do my business, have healed themselves and removed the generational chains and curses that they feel they have because they're carrying on the same energy. So, understanding that a lot of the collective that I've been healing publicly are healers themselves. I'm cutting out on my end a little bit. That's funny. They are releasing energy. Anyway, they're releasing energy with ancestral wounds. And if you are a psychic or a psychic medium or a spiritual energy being and you practice any type of spiritual energy, releasing your ancestral wounds that are connected to your mortal body, which is connected to your chakra body, is going to help you heal and also release energy that can linger in the mind space, even if you have a wound on the body, which is very important to understand if you're doing any spiritual work, that you should absolutely look into ancestral healing. This is actually going to be your shadow work. But if you look into it a little bit deeper, especially with past and history knowledge of your family and mistakes that they've made or mistakes that you have made because of those situations, even down to the slightest little bit of it's hard to explain. Anything can be a generational chain of a trauma. And if you are the one to break the curse, then you can remove it. You can remove it and it doesn't continue, and you will collect that energy in your body. And you can either break it and push it away, or you can transmute that energy to use it for something else. And that is why I also do Reiki healings and use Reiki healing energy, because you can transform the energy that's in your body instead of holding it. You can remove wounds, and this connects you deeper to your ancestors. Because within Reiki healings, it elevates your ability to connect. Very important to say that. How to take a breath also. Boundaries were pushed today. So understand that connecting with Reiki healing energy is going to help you remember to connect with yourself, and remember to connect with your body and connect you with spirit. And this is the energy that calms you. This is the energy that leads you. And if you are more frequently getting Reiki healings, this is going to connect you to higher consciousness, which is where you can speak with your spirit team, your spirit guides, passed on family members, even pets you can connect to. But it's very important to remove the wounds on your Reiki energy body or your chakra body that you look at with Reiki energy, so that you can move forward with present and positive emotion, and be able to move forward with a clear understanding. So it's very important to understand Reiki is going to remove wounds on your body. The wounds are connected to things that you have done, experiences that you have gone through, and wounds that are from trauma that has been passed down through your family. Also, understanding that I will be teaching an ancestral healing session in October. I'm going to get more into information about how to connect deeper with your ancestors as well. But you want to connect deeper with your ancestors through Reiki healings and consciousness, so that you can receive information, whether it be from a spirit or just from your body, so that you can move forward in a more magical life, because that's what I do. That's how my life is so practical for me. And that's how I became a psychic medium that is the healer. So understanding that if you remove your ancestral wounds, if you remove the traumas that you have and connect to consciousness, you will also be guided into doing the best things for yourself. So the more that you trust yourself, the less fear that you have, and the more that you get over blockages about communication is going to be very important, because some of you are holding back from understanding what you're doing or saying that you're understanding what you're doing. But you just really want to communicate it, so at least communicate it with yourself. Pull back a little bit and realize that you can do it without talking about it all the time, and just kind of believe in yourself a bit. But I am going to take my first call on the line. Okay, I'm going to wait just a second. I am going to take just a second to realize a couple things. I didn't really introduce my whole story, so I will in a while. But it's very important to understand that some things are very hard to get over, and some things you have to heal at the same time as learning, because that's what the human experience is. And having spirituality on that path has led me to have deeper understandings and more control over the situation, because I actually had more control over myself, especially being a psychic. So it's very important to understand, the more that you heal, the more that you look to yourself to heal your inner wounds instead of projecting them. And the more that you trust yourself, you can admit things in your own energy, and then you start to know more things in your own energy. And you just get day to day guidance or day to day movement from intuition, and it leads you into a spiritual relationship with your body. You can speak to your body, and your body will give you internal or external understandings. Like a burp can be a confirmation. You can receive chills if you are in a particular situation, or if you need a confirmation. So the more that you're connected with your body is very important, especially within Reiki healings. And understand that is how I got here. So the more that you release the energy that's connected to you, the better you're going to be able to understand what's coming to you. Because if you want to receive these intuitive downloads or the psychic information, you will be blocked from receiving them, or you won't have the complete understanding, because you have to feel completely out of higher consciousness instead of ego. And usually wounds are connected to ego. Wounds are connected to trauma that you receive, or sometimes even trauma that you give. Wounds are also connected to difficulties expressing yourself, and like anything can be a traumatic wound that is on your body. And if you hold it, um, and don't heal it, it can block you from being able to understand things directly, because your spiritual team is sitting with you to heal. Your spiritual team is sitting with you to heal, so that you can understand anything about your life. That's what spiritualism is for. You don't have to be a part of a general religion. You can, but you can use it to connect with your body, which is what is the most important part of energy healing, because your body can be rendered if you are not taking care of yourself safely. If you are doing it safely and taking care of yourself, that's why it's very important to not do any type of drug. Um, you will harm yourself. You'll harm your body and you'll remove it. And it's very important. By removing it, you'll remove the energy. You'll remove the energy to connection of positive influence and almost like the calm, higher consciousness, God energy, if you are doing something that's harming yourself. Now, anything can be a drug, and you have to look at it in the way that you look at it as a drug, because some people think plants are drugs, some people think herbs are drugs, like lavender could be used as a drug. A passion flower can be used as a drug if you look at it that way, but you don't have to do that. So, you don't have to align yourself within a higher energy. You can do it freely without drugs. And the more you trust yourself and the more that you're open and honest with releasing energy, the more that that's going to work for you, the better it's going to work. Because also, I'm hearing the more downloads you're going to get. So, yes, if someone's asking, you will get more downloads. But it's very important to understand that the stream of consciousness you're connected to is the most important, especially if you're healing someone. Also, understanding that energies can connect to you is very important as well, but it's going to be energies that you are calling, or, energy that is surrounding you that you are asking for, especially if you're a person that is doing negative things or you are causing negative situations for others. Energies will talk to you, energies will sit with you, energies will influence you. And that's why it's so important to be cleansed and have good spiritual hygiene. Because if you don't, some rough things can happen to you. I'll tell you, you can go on a spiritual journey and you can think you're winning until you're not, or you can win all the way. It depends on the energy that you hold. It depends on your influence and your intention on the energy behind what you're doing. So if you are struggling to, if you're struggling to get the words out like me, don't be an asshole. Be good to people. Be nice. Literally, be a good person. If you want to connect with higher consciousness, think of other people too. Think of yourself. Be calm. Be steady natured. Be loving. And do what's best from your heart. Do what's best from your heart. You don't even have to project from your solar plexus. You can follow what's in your heart because they're connected. Because this in your solar plexus is where God energy is speaking to you. And so when you're moving out of your heart, it's also connected to your solar plexus because they are almost bonded. I see that in Reiki healings. So it's very important to understand that your root and your crown are bonded. And sometimes your heart and your solar plexus can be bonded, as well as your chakras can be bonded with others, which creates a tie. That would be an energetic tie. So understanding that, it's very important to be present and be kind and be understanding of those around you, because you will connect with energy when you're on the journey. When you're on the journey of spirituality, you're going to connect with energy. Energy is going to sit with you and you're going to heal every wound. And you may cause those around you to heal wounds, which I have been dealing with, and they don't like it. They don't like it, and it's understandable. Healing sucks, but you got to understand that you have to heal. You have to heal. And if you're on a spiritual journey and you believe in that, your spirit team will take you full throttle through every single thing you need to learn, every single thing you need to know, especially down to confidence. You will learn confidence in every single way. You will learn how to feel amazing about yourself, and you will be given spiritual energy. You'll be given gifts and connections to so much. But trust yourself, connect with good energy. And I'm going to take a caller. I have Catherine on the line.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for taking the call.
Yes, of course. How are you this evening?
I'm all right. And yourself?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm having a hard time hearing you a little bit. Okay, so I want to get into the session. Are you looking for a general reading or do you have a specific question?
I have a specific question. I'm searching for work and trying desperately to find a job. I'm just curious if there's anything in my future coming up for me, please.
Oh my goodness. So you want to ask a specific question, and is it about your work?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. Okay, your connection is really rough. So let me just see if I can get it for you. So are you trying to get like a higher position and you're waiting to hear back?
Yeah, I've been applying for work nonstop, just waiting for any opportunity to come my way.
Okay. 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 Sorry, just trying to make sure I can hear your call. Okay. So I'll just start reading your energy. You don't have to tell me anything. So you're looking for a higher position for work and you're trying to hear back, or you're trying to decide to apply for it. I do I do see energy of you connecting to it, but there's something that you're not grabbing. There's like an extra thing that you have to do in your personal life, not even specifically your home life, but your personal life. You have to finish that before you can get to this situation, because I see that you're wanting just like higher financial stability, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so not necessarily more work, but you want higher financial stability. So you have to
Just
close
financial
off a
stability.
sit. Okay. So you have to close off. You have a spiritual cycle. It's I heard hit or miss. So you're either you're getting these tests spiritually from your spirit team, and you're either just doubting yourself or you're like shoving something off. You're not breaking
Mm,
something away that you've realized is there, or you're just like shrugging it off like it's not bothering you. Like even if it's like an old friend that's connecting with you.
okay.
So have you have spiritual energy connected to you, but it's very important to understand that you're picking up. Are you also a medium?
I have some sensibilities. I wouldn't consider myself a medium. There's some
Okay.
sensitivity.
Okay. Well, I do see that you are. I do see that you are actually a medium. So you have the capabilities. If you want to get more into it, you can practice it. But okay, so this is what's making sense. You have a friend that kind of pushed you away from either believing in yourself, not even necessarily directly, but they pushed you away from believing in yourself, or you had some self doubt that kind of reflected off of them to you. And you're supposed to actually be using spiritual energy, and you have been, but you need to bring it a little more awareness so that you can remove the blockage. Because you actually
Hmm.
have a blockage in your heart chakra. Did you have a grandfather you were really close to?
Not in particular. I mean, I knew my grandfathers both before they passed, but I was not
Okay.
specifically close to one or the other.
Okay. I do see I do see 1, 2, 3 spirits sitting with you kind of like on a chair. They're sitting
Mm,
with their hands on you behind a chair. And
mm,
these spirits are sitting with you, generally kind of speaking, saying you need to release your financial blockage also, because you think that you're not, the more that you worry about it, the less that you're going to get it. The less that it's going to be able to come to you, because you have to release this is something that's for you, that was sent by your spirit team, but this is for you to trust more. You're actually being asked more to get into spiritual work, and this may be why you have been trying to use your capabilities or feeling like you should. um but understanding that, connecting with your energy, you are really supposed to be using your spiritual abilities to get you farther and to release the blockage that you have on your heart. I think it's because your spiritual energies are sitting with you and you don't necessarily believe that they are fully there, maybe. That's what I'm
mm,
seeing a little bit, is you're
okay.
reaching,
Mm,
but you're like looking up. I see you reaching and looking up and not seeing anything. So just because they're
mm-hmm.
not there doesn't mean they're not. They're right with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
That's
welcome.
reassuring for sure.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay. I have the next caller, and this is Ginger.
Yes.
How are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Good.
Okay, are you looking for a general reading or would you like to ask a specific question?
Just general.
Okay. Um, let's see. Generally speaking, I usually go through a Reiki healing, but you don't have any energetic wounds on your body because that's usually what I target. So all your chakras are flowing. And if you are a spiritual medium, which I feel like I know that you are,
I do.
yeah.
I just don't
You
know how to
have
access or do it.
you just don't know how to do what?
I said I just don't know how to, I guess, ground myself and get involved like you guys do it.
Okay. So, the one reason that you're actually blocked is because you have a wound that was passed down from your grandmother to your mother and now to you. Do you have children? Are you there?
Can
Hello?
you hear me?
Oh, I
Can you
can
hear
hear
me?
you now. You there?
Okay. Yep.
I'm sorry, do you have children?
I do.
Okay. So you have a generational wound of not feeling like you're good enough, like you're not good enough of a mother. This may also be why when you're trying to talk to your mom about what's going on in your life or like things that happened when you were younger, she said that she's not good, like she feels like she wasn't good enough, or she just said she wasn't good enough. That was her projecting that onto you, which I
Okay.
just got a little tiny burp. So feeling like you're not good enough is very important, because your spiritual journey is connected with you being a mother. So
Okay.
the more that you heal energetically, the more that you are going to be able to realize spiritually. But you only have a wound on your heart, but it's not even on your chakra. It's just in the area, like it's surrounding it. So the more that you have full confidence and full belief in the details that you create, which is very significant, family member, a spiritual family member, like a grandfather, one of them is peeping in saying, you create details in your kid's life. So you need to understand that that's what you're doing. Um, and trust yourself spiritually. Uh, all you have to do is breathe and trust because you're actually aligned within higher consciousness, which a lot of my collective actually hasn't been. Sorry, I'm shaking my desk. A lot of my collective hasn't been. So you don't have to align yourself out of ego. You are already in higher consciousness, which means you are constantly receiving this energy. And all you have to do is become aware of the energy that you're receiving, the feelings behind what you're thinking at different moments, and trusting yourself that you're receiving this information.
Okay.
If you, are you a water sign?
Am I a what?
Are you what your astrology? I don't really do much of it, but you need to be in a bath.
Sagittarius.
Okay. Yeah, you need to be in a bath. Um, this is going to be probably also, even if you're not a water sign, anyone can do this, but if you're a water sign, it's like huge. Showers, bath, pool, beach, huge for water sign. Um, anyway, so, and a river. Don't forget about the river. Um, water signs can remove energy. Water can remove energy from you, and water signs have more control over their emotions in water. So the more that you're connected with energy and the more that you believe in yourself, the more that you can receive. So if you sit in the bath and ask, literally like you're virtually speaking to somebody and they're in front of you as if they're here, you can ask to have a conversation with your higher consciousness, your higher self. Higher consciousness is kind of all of the energy, kind of like the God energy, and higher self is your higher self, your soul. So you can ask to have a conversation and stay aware and stay grounded because that's very important to understand that you have to stay grounded or else fear will connect you to what you're hearing and or feeling. And if you can't stay grounded, try a different method, but you will have to heal it over and over until you can ground yourself, which is basically what getting into this work is. So,
Okay.
do you have any other questions?
No, I think you just confirmed what I was feeling the last for years. I just scared to do it.
Yeah. So, well, don't be scared. Actually, or you don't depend on tarot. Don't. Whatever if you're trying to think about it, don't do it. You can do it without tarot. You can do it with just your hands. You can do it with just your mind. The more that you trust yourself, focus the energy in one area. Say, I'm going to meditate and connect every night with my spirit team when I do this, and do it. You can do any activity as long as you're breathing and calm and connected with your body and you're grounded, which is without wounds, which is very important. You can still be grounded with wounds, but some keep you from getting the truth to yourself. So, just make sure to meditate, do it every day, and then the more that you're aware of it outside of meditation, the more it will become all the time.
Well, thank you.
The more that you become aware. Yeah. Just make sure to become aware. Make sure to remember consciously, this is what I'm doing. Because you've never done it, you've never spoken with your spirit team, or you actually have, but, consciously saying, hey, I'm speaking to my ghost, be conscious of it. Give it more energy, give it more understanding, and respect them, because they will respect you. Damn, they will. They will give you exactly what you need. So,
All right. Well, thank you.
yeah, you're very welcome.
Have a good night.
You too. Don't let people push your boundaries. Y'all saw how frantic I was just now. Don't let people push your boundaries. And have a good day, even when people try to push you. People try to hurt you. Have a good day, because they are projecting a wound. And you are a healer. You are a healing person. You are healed. And if you want to be on the way to that, go ahead. On healing, on the way to being a healer, on the way to being healed. Do it, but stop projecting your wounds, because it only hurts people who don't deserve to be hurt. Have a good night.